Hey guys, end of the day, another video. Character's getting there. Only 94 mil left. Today I'll just do a map and talk about how to play faster and what you should be looking out for when you play. So, speed play, kind of enhancing, trying to play as fast as possible, and maybe like a little bit of flash usage. I guess I should do /played 7 days, 8 hours, 67 deaths, and my stats are exactly the same still. I don't think I'm going to show it this time. It's 42k discharge and 5 attack speed, whatever I showed, 5.13. Typical maps I ran today were like something like this or less rolled than this. It's been like 100 pack size. So you cannot sustain reds with 100 pack size. At least I couldn't. So if you guys are trying to do that, you probably have to roll them a little harder than that. Okay, so first things first, when you're mapping, you gotta be careful of your flask usage. So obviously you want to whirl blades, and I don't know if you know this, but if you click close to your whirling blades, it's faster than if you click far away. I don't know if I can show you this, but you can sort of tell with this speed. My whirling blades is kind of fast already. So you see the difference between here and like here. You can kind of see there's a difference, but whirl, put your mouse cursor close to your character when you whirl, and it will actually have the whirling blades go faster than usual. I don't know why, but it just works. So that's tip number one. Concerning flask usages, you want to actually not run out of flask ever. That's the goal, because when you're CI, your freeze and your ignite and all those status ailments are dependent on your life as if you weren't CI, and that's really, really bad, because when you're CI, you have basically no life. So what you want to do is you don't want to drop your freeze pot, because if you do, you're just going to get frozen by something and just going to get killed. So if that ever happens to you, just Alt F4 in that situation. So basically when you map, you want to be able to like keep your pots up at all times. So don't use it unless you're absolutely sure that you can refill it. If there's like 1 or 2 mobs, don't waste it, is basically what I'm trying to tell you. Besides that, the important part of playing fast is what you want to do is you want to whirl around, right? And then when you cyclone, you want to do as little attacks as possible in order to get the cyclone off. So let me demonstrate. So something like this, if you could just insta whirl away, the moment you attack, just immediately whirl after clicking only once. That would be the best, and that would be the fastest play. Besides that, there's not much else to say. Let me try to demonstrate what I mean. Like if you click whirl and you just like spin around repeatedly, it's just going to be a waste of time. So what you want to do is you want to actually whirl and then cyclone immediately and leave, kind of like this. But usually you need to guarantee the crit, so what you want to do is you want to make sure your diamond flask is up at all times as well. And if you can hit those things, have your diamond flask up, you can instantly whirl out after cycloning just once. So that's how you play fast as this kind of character. Let me see if I can show you something like this. You can actually increase your speed by quite a bit. And I guess the last thing I should mention for playing, kind of improving the speeds of how fast you play, is you want to actually path correctly. In a map, the layout generally follows some sort of consistent how do I say it? They usually have like consistent blocks that you have to that they put together, and then the rest of it's just like randomly generated. So for example, this map has like the boss room behind a set of high stairs and higher pathings. So like these stair pathings go to the boss. So if you can paths around the map to make it so you always clear pretty consistently, that actually saves a lot of time. And that's it for mapping, improving the speed of mapping. The other stuff you can do is decrease the time you spend in your hideout. That's important because if you like go in your hideout and you start selling stuff and you spend like 30 seconds, 1 minute in your hideout, you're wasting a full minute. And maybe if you do a map in like 3 minutes, that's like 33% longer to do every single map. That slows your total speed by quite a bit. So you want to cut down the time that you spend in your hideout. There's like many things you can do to do that, but quickly mention that it's pretty much just stash manager. Here, let me show you what I mean. If I drag my webcam down here, okay, let me give you guys like a tip. Okay, so here's the arrow keys. So you see, if I click the right arrow key, it's gonna move through the stash tab, go right, and if I click the left arrow key, it's gonna go left. Now this is fairly, I don't know, not everybody knows this, but it should be fairly clear that it works after you're told. Now there's some fancy stuff you can do. For example, when you're selling things from a vendor, say you have this, whatever items you want, and you come out of the map, you just leave, and then you want to sell things first. But first you put away some items, like whatever in your chaos recipe, and then you go sell some stuff, and then you go here and you sell it. As you can see, if I pre-hold the left arrow key and I go to my stash tab, it's gonna start scrolling immediately. So the trick is you can move through the stash tabs quickly, because if you were to like say hold the right arrow key, there's like a half-second delay before it starts zooming through the stash tabs. So what you do is you pre-hold it before you enter the stash tab. After you sell from a master, you pre-hold it and it like immediately starts moving. So let me demonstrate what I mean. If I open minimap, if I'm holding it, it moves it. So if I pre-hold it and then I go to my stash tab, there's no delay before it starts zooming. So that's like a tip you can use to move through your map, through your stash tab faster after you talk to a vendor or something like that. So there's like small things you can do like that to improve the speed of your mapping by decreasing the amount of time you spend in hideout and stuff like that. And holding there's a right control you can hold right here. You can use that to move through stash tabs. You hold down control, you move through the stash tabs, and you just place the things where you want, just like that. So there's like a couple tips like that I'll give you, and it should help you increase the speed of your mapping a little bit. I guess that's all for today. Tomorrow I'll finish off the character and give like closing thoughts, and then from then on I'll make a new character, which will probably be a little less special though. So see you guys then.